The Hanged Man is depicted as a man hanging by one foot from a tree or structure, with his other leg bent at the knee to form a fork shape. He often holds his hands behind his back or crossed, symbolizing submission. The man's halo or glow around his head signifies enlightenment or a new perspective. In some depictions, the number 12 can be seen, connecting this card to its position in the tarot deck. Psychological archetype. The Hanged Man embodies the archetype of self-surrender, letting go, and gaining a new perspective. Psychologically, this card represents a willingness to sacrifice and let go of something in order to gain a deeper understanding of a situation. It can also signify the importance of surrendering to life circumstances rather than resisting them. This surrender often leads to personal growth, enlightenment, and a new perspective on life. Spiritual archetype. From a spiritual perspective, the Hanged Man represents the act of spiritual surrender. It symbolizes the idea of letting go of ego, desires, or attachments in order to connect with a higher wisdom or divine truth. The card suggests that true enlightenment often comes through self-sacrifice and a shift in one's perspective. It teaches us that sometimes, the greatest insights come from stillness and surrender. Mundane archetype. In mundane terms, the Hanged Man can indicate a situation where you need to let go of old habits, beliefs, or expectations in order to gain a fresh perspective or insight. It may also represent a period of waiting or suspension when things seem to be on hold. Interpretation in a tarot reading. The interpretation of the Hanged Man in a tarot reading can vary depending on its position and the surrounding cards. Goals position. In a goals or desires position, the Hanged Man suggests that achieving your goals may require a change in perspective or a willingness to let go of something. It encourages you to consider a different approach or perspective. Challenges position. When appearing in a challenges or obstacles position, the Hanged Man may indicate a need to surrender to circumstances rather than resisting them. Sometimes, the best way to overcome a challenge is through acceptance and a change in attitude. Outcome position. In an outcome position, the Hanged Man can indicate that a period of waiting or suspension will lead to a new and enlightened perspective. It may imply that you'll need to make sacrifices or surrender something to achieve a positive outcome. In summary, the Hanged Man card encourages surrender, letting go, and gaining a new perspective. It teaches that through self-sacrifice and a willingness to look at life from a different angle, we can find enlightenment and personal growth.